for Mama Shirell, Pop, I think we all want to know, including us on the panel. You've been married how long again?
37 going on 38 years.
Come on. Come on. We receive that grace.
The question is simple. How do you get to that type of longevity and keep it going from a wife's perspective and then from a husband's perspective?
Well, Papa Lo said something really important, and we were friends first. We grew up together. So, and I never looked at it in that light, but when you're friends, you have such a genuine relationship. You know, you really get to know each other. There's no, you have no conception of anything other than just being friends. And so, as our relationship evolved, he's always been my friend. So that's been very helpful. And then our families were pretty close too, because we lived on the same street. We grew up together. So with that foundation, and we had some great examples, not necessarily strong spiritual examples. Like, I'm getting so much from being in this house, learning that it's simply God's grace that kept us through all the things that we've gone through. He's protected us. And I know, I'm convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's because we're to be a benefit to this house.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So we had great examples of commitment. And one of the things that I know is I've learned, the first time I've ever heard this was Papa Lo when he said, love is a decision. And as I pondered that, I thought, you know, it is a decision, but you have to have commitment to maintain that decision. Because sometimes you go through things and you're just like, this is a lot, right? But you have to be mindful that I've decided on this, so I'm going to be committed. I'm going to be in pursuit of this thing to even get us here. So I know, like, this place is amazing. I love, another thing Papa Lo said, which is so true, is if you want to be a good wife, you have to surround yourself by a good example of what a wife is and what a mother is. And one of the things that saddens me a lot, and I was talking to my daughter Taryn about it, is that what God has intended for a woman has been so depleted today. You know, there's some things that He put in us that we're supposed to be able to do in our households, you know? And I look around and I just listen to conversations, and it just blows my mind that we are lowering the standard, you know? So when he said, you know, surround yourself by people that are doing it, it's not perfect. It's a lot of work, but it is so worth it, you know? And I share the story that I had a vision. We did a live, my husband and I, over a year ago. And when I was praying about it, God showed me in this vision, my husband and I leading, and it was so many married couples behind us. It was amazing. So when I step in this house, I'm always mindful of who's watching me, because someone is gleaning what I'm doing so that they know, is this something that I want to be? So I'm very, very careful in how I carry myself here, not only because of the father of the house and the mother of the house, and I want to honor them in everything that I do, but also I want people to know that 37 years is very attainable. You just have to be committed to do it.
Amen.
Dad, you want to speak?
So Mom doesn't like me to tell this story. But she was 8 years old when I met her.
Wow.
I was 12. So it's been a long journey.
Wow.
We were friends. We never dated. We went on one date. It wasn't a date. We went to a family function. And I had been married and divorced. Had a house, but didn't have a home. That's bar. Luther came on.
It's a bar.
Hey, I'm being real. I'm just being real. Luther came on. We have been together ever since that song played.
Wow.
So, a house is not a home.
Jesus.
Yeah. When I look at her, I know she's the woman that God had for me. I just couldn't see it at a young age. Our relationship is probably something that I couldn't, words don't describe what I feel for her, what she's done for me in my life, how she raised our family. I worked a lot. I was a guy that was always gone. Papa said it, I worked for Stevie Wonder. I'd be gone for 10, 11 months at a time. She kept that house going. When she asked me to come home and come off the road, it was, yes, I will. But the commitment that she had, now it was my time for commitment. And one thing that I can say, we work really well together. We complement each other. Where I fall short, she picks me up. Where she falls short, I try my best to pick her up. For men, let me tell you something. Way to a woman's heart, learn to clean a house.
It's good.
Come on.
I know what my wife likes, and I try my best to do those things to make her happy. Happy wife, happy life.
That's good.
Her belief in God got me to where I am right now.
Amen.
She stood in the gap for me when I wasn't sure. Now that, and Papa talked about it, being equally yoked, we knew where we were going, but not always were we at the same place. But the commitment kept us going forward.
That's good.
And I say this all the time, and this is another saying she doesn't like, but let me tell you, marriage is a job.
Yes.
You have to show up every day.
Yes.
You can't take no days off.
Amen.
It's going to be days when you do not like each other, but you will love each other. And that's what gets you through the hard times. So know that. She said it. It's very obtainable, but you got to work at it. You got to be committed. And this house here, you guys are so blessed.
Amen.
We did not have Papa Lo that could, as he sat there, make things so simple.
Yeah.
His revelation is like nothing I've ever witnessed in my life. And we've been to churches. I mean, that's the one thing that we did together. We always went to church. We kept our family in church. But when we got here, thank God that he kept our minds open.
Amen.
And did not close us off to what we had been taught. Because what we have learned in the last 5 years has been so amazing. And it has blessed our marriage 1,000 times. From where we were.
Amen. Amen.
So I hope I answered that question.
Yes.